Today in the studio, I'm going to use two really nice EQs. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about the EQ, and then I'm going to play a song. Actually, this is a song that just came in about the same time. First, I want to thank a gentleman named Law, artist named Law. He's from New Jersey. I think he stays out. I'm not going to tell where he stays, but he traded me for studio time. I'm really excited about it. I mean, that's, if you really want to get some work from me, that's the way to do it. At the beginning of this week, I had a real tough time getting an 808 to work. And I started to realize, you know, sometimes I got to step out of the box as well, and I got to figure out, okay, what's going to make this hit? This gentleman, we went back and forth. I had one of my friends helping out on it. I was like, dude, can you do this? Why, I got other work going on, and if I ever sign to work on your stuff, I'm going to work on it. So be patient. But this guy, it was like a week, and I'm usually like 3 or 4 days. You know, 3 or 4 days, I'll at least get to it, maybe 1 to 2. Or even sooner than that, so bear with me. But this, and I'll show you the results you get. This is pretty incredible. I'm going to talk about the process. So in this case, we had to find the low sub bass that was just drowning the song. The other thing we wanted to do is find the high-end, high presence we wanted for the song. The Avalon EQ is incredible for that. I mean, I like it better than the Manly for sure. I like the low end for the Manly a little bit better than this, but it depends on the material, obviously. I like cutting with this because it's got this strong cut, like it pulls it to the back real quick. There's no artifacts left when you do it. The next thing that we're doing is we boost around 400 hertz the presence of his vocal range, but I used the Avalon in this case because I liked how it sounded. I didn't want warm. It seemed like his recording in the mid-range was really warm, or the mic that was used was sort of muffled. So why add more beef than you need? The first thing in the equation was the Avalon. The Avalon then feeds the Manly. I wanted that fingerprint of that Manly because it's got this warm tone to it. Once the Manly is going to actually feed one of my favorite pieces in the studio as of late, because it's like an instant, wow, dude, I got it where I want it, is the TC Electronic Finalizer. This is a piece that a lot of people, I talked to a great engineer. He did a lot of Mushroom Head stuff. We were actually looking at his Neve board. He was famous around this area. I don't know if he wants me to give you his name, so I'm not going to. But he said, dude, that's one of my key pieces, dude. I put that on the master bus with an SSL bus compressor. So I tried his little theory. Like, I didn't steal this. I've been doing this for years. But then we have the SSL bus compressor just to give it a little more punch. So what I'm going to do during the video, I'm going to stop the video and let you hear. Well, I'll just play the file. We're going to bounce it down as I activate and deactivate things, and you'll see me in the video doing it. So check this out. So we're going to bounce this song down with and without. It's going to be really cool. I like this kind of video. So we're going to call this before after, so I don't like send it to him on accident. Here's your master. Go put that on a CD. I'm just messing. So what I'll do is I'll go in conjunction. I'll go EQ off, EQ off, and then compressor off, compressor off. Alright, here we go. So let me turn this off. Let's turn it all off and turn it on. So this is with it off.
I'ma hit you with the stone cold stunner. You infecting all the city, the F boy. Back and making hits, ain't no window gon' big boy. We be doing good, you be trashing all over, boy. This is our city, boy. Innovation we added, boy. Tryna keep it low, but you talking like really crazy. Now keep talking, cause I'm feeling entitled by all of your doings. I'm tryna ignore all these things, but then I feel sorry. Goes out to everybody, keep it real. Hold up, my homie on it. JTF or dismiss. I mean you with the fake ass, yeah. For my inside click, spotted alright in bitch. Well, it's you, hella fake ass, yeah. This ain't no entertainment. entertainment, but fun of how you acting. Don't celebrate cause of you clowning. Yeah, you thinking we be faded, reality we shaded. Putting out work, you be losing your mind now that we're tryna put a hand at the show. Or maybe you really too guilty, so you put up no show. And now you hanging fellow fakers, this ain't our inside show. Planning a whole entire scheme, the results still no show. And surprised by how you gonna go, still be blessed. It just shows no need for a new test. Go protest, still neglect that. I'm just saying that we should go rest for the best, no BS. Now let me show you how we do it. We go. Jay, take over the spotlight, we gon' shine bright. Finally the OT speed like overtime. I'll be up all day, puzzling all time. Now we're solving on the puzzle every hitting prime sound. Our time is now, sleeping all day before I had a while. Hitting us back like back in the day. This ain't no TV show like sorry my brain. Ain't brother you lame, and you back cause we did it. New president up on the you cause if you tactic. Kicking 5 star on a well plan, give me by the well plan. Get me kinda do what's written. That's right cause the flow is sicker. Hopefully they know better. And sure ain't about paying attention. They be hoping we ain't right. They can set us up, bring us down, bruh. Finally take over, get ahead of us. So they can ring all over, put us in a box. We ain't heard enough, no doubt, bruh. You can make it happen, trying to make it pop. Shitty air fish, I know how you do. Fishing all over, they don't know this, bruh. Really, I can fish spot and all the style. Clearly you are over. You ashamed of yourself.
With the electronic, with the TC electronic finalizer, with the setting I have on it, it really grabs the mid-range. And one thing that I've noticed with poor quality microphones, and this is why I think a lot of guys that are not under major labels, they don't have major equipment, they're not in a major studio, they don't have the major microphones. What I found out was a trick is push those mid-range frequencies with a really nice EQ, push them into a compressor, a multiband compressor that grabs the mid-range, and what happens is the whole entire mid-range just goes like this, and then it pushes forward. So now you have this tight imaged mid-range that you can hear. Now if I take off as you listen back, if you want to rewind, when I take this off, you see the mid-range just drop. That's what that big increase in volume you're hearing. It's that mid-range popping to the front, and it's like, dude, this guy's in my face, this is awesome. If I didn't have the finalizer to do that, I would miss that whole entire thing. So it's not like when some guy says, hey Doug, what preamp should I use? What EQ should I use? What this? It's the combo. So when we push that EQ into that finalizer, it grabs this mid-range that we really like, and that's why I like the finalizer. It's great at that. And then it expands it up, compresses it up, limits it, sits it right in your face. It leaves space for the low end, and then we can actually start to make professional decisions on what we need to do. And that's why I love this stuff. It's like, oh dude, now I can make a decision. Where do I want to go with this? How do I want to make this thing jive with this? Jive, that's an old word. So what we did with the Manly is I found out that now I can hear what I want to do in the low end. I think it was around 70 hertz, which I cut out here, that I started to add back with the Manly. I gave it a little more low end. It's got a better tone with the Manly. It sounds a little more beefy, but I'm not taking away from his original 70 hertz. We're just adding it back with this, and we actually add more than we cut. And then we're adding 180, and I think it's around 1K that I add just a little more presence to the top. Now the other key here is with the Avalon EQ, I find around 2K where that real bright, everybody loves it sound is. The Avalon does this so well. It just like a little bit goes a long way, man. Like you push it just a little bit and all of a sudden the whole entire high end is sitting well. And then to finally top it off, I'll end with this so you can listen back if you want to see how much of a change that is. The SSL bus compressor is really good for a long attack. Auto release is one of the tricks that I use to just give it a little more snap. If you listen back as I activate and deactivate that, you notice the transients get a little bit sharper. When you turn something up loud, dance music, you want that kick, snap, you know, you don't want it to be like duh, tch, duh. You want it duh, tch, duh, you know what I'm saying? That sounds a little stupid, but You get what I'm saying? You want it to punch harder. So on a bigger system in a club, man, when that drop hits, it hits. It's not just the sub stuff. A new producer, I'll end with this, but a new producer will focus so much energy on just the sub or just the kick, just the snap. A great production for a dance or a hip-hop track has the sub information that's low and melodic, like a boom, and then it has a top kick that's snappy and punchy. So the marriage between those two, when it hits at the same time, gives the listener a perception of wow, dude, this thing hits. Like, what they mean by hits is it's not just sub frequencies, it's not just kick frequencies, because a lot of people don't know this. And like I said, I'm going to end the video like this. But the snap of a drum is usually around the 5K range. So when I boosted that 2K range, it was a shelf, and everything above it came up. So I was listening for the snap of the kick to sit in with the actual low end of the bass. Prior to that, the snap of the kick was way back here. Can you see me? It was way back here, and the kick drum was way up here, the sub. So the goal in this mastering job was to bring the sub and the snap of the kick together. Once again, my name's Doug Jenkins from iMixandMaster.com. This is a true example of what happens in a mastering session. And then we can go, if you get this master back and you go, Doug, I love it, but I wish I just had a little more rumble on the bottom. It's as simple as revisiting it with a 55 hertz, maybe a 70 hertz, just a little more tuck to the top. Maybe a tad less on the, maybe a little more breath on the compression, maybe a little more compression in the mid-range. So depending on budget, everybody asks me that, how much does it cost to master a record? A song can be anywhere from $45 to $200 to $600. It depends on how much time do you want me to spend. Mastering, stem mastering, and so forth. A lot of times you got to understand that this is an art form. We're using very, very great paint brushes. And this is the day and age of like this gentleman did, dude. He did a great job on his mix, and now we can take it to the next level for him, really. So that's mastering. It really is. I'm out. Peace in the Middle East.
I'ma hit you with the stone cold stunner. You infecting all the city, the F boy. That can make it hits, ain't no window gon' big boy. We be doing good, you be trashing all over, boy. This is our city, boy. Innovation, we add it, boy. Tryna keep it low, but you talking like really crazy. Now keep talking, cause I'm feeling entitled by all of your doings. I'm tryna ignore all these things, but then I feel sorry. Goes out to everybody, keep it real. Hold up, on it. GTFO dismiss. I mean you with the fake ass, yeah. For my inside click, spotted alright in bitch. Well, it's you.